My name is Anna Podolak, and I'm very pleased to welcome you here tonight in Brooklyn Borough Hall to celebrate Polish heritage. We all know and appreciate the relationship America and Poland had throughout the years and continue to have to this day. As America opened its arms and stood by Poles during some difficult times in our Polish history, so did Polish heroes help Americans in their difficult times. But this relationship and brotherhood did not only flourish through politics, but also through the arts. Whether it was Frédéric Chopin, who with his music moved across the borders and stirred our souls and inspired us here in America as well, or whether it was the written word of Czesław Miłosz, Zbigniew Herbert, Wiesława Szymborska, who with their written words stirred our souls and asked difficult questions about humanity, or whether it was Kantor or Grotowski, who came here to the United States with their productions and moved actors and spectators to ask difficult questions, to transcend above differences, to ask why are we here? Or whether it was movie makers, Andrzej Wajda, Agnieszka Holland, Kieślowski, the list could go on and on and on, and so it continues to grow to this day. I am proud and humbled to say that I am of the same descent as those amazing artists. But most importantly, I am happy that I'm able to draw from what they shared with us. I am an actress born in Poland but raised in America, and it's through the arts that I see and try to understand this world, and it's through the vast, rich Polish culture that I was able to find common ground with the American people. And thus, very early on, I've decided that this is my mission here in America, to bring closer to the American heart our Polish artists. Now today, I have a 2-year-old daughter, a true example of an American of Polish descent. She was even born on 4th of July, but with blue eyes and blonde hair. She looks nothing like me. But she's already been to Poland 3 times. She's met wonderful artists. She's seen beautiful cities. I read to her the poems of Jan Břechva as well as Dr. Seuss. And my wish for her is that she grows up to be a caring human being, a loving, open human being with appreciation for her forefathers and for what they've achieved for her. But most importantly, that she will draw from a rich heritage and continue to stand up for world peace and human unity, no matter the country she decides to call home. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to invite, for a national anthem, I would like to present the colors of our nation. That's what I wanted to say. We would like to present the colors of our nation by the FDNY Pulaski Association. Now please join us in singing the national anthem of US and Poland. this moment, I would like to introduce His Excellency, but we're going to do the invocation first. Witold Mroziewski.
Since the United States has been seen as the land of opportunity, Brooklyn and all of New York City has been known to be a major center for diversity. Because of this, many people from different cultural backgrounds have brought their families and dreams here. I sat off the shores of Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty. For many, this city has become and continues to become a home away from home. It has done this for all nationalities, including Poles and Polish Americans. God, creator of all that is good, you are the source of all our blessings. Thank you for bringing us here today to celebrate the Polish heritage, all of its beautiful traditions and national spirit. We ask that you give us all the knowledge and strength to use our gifts and talents wisely. We ask you to bless all of us gathered here today, Brooklyn's leadership, the members of the Polish Heritage Committee, and all distinguished guests, allowing us to serve you, working toward your greater glory. We make this prayer through Christ, our Lord. Amen.
Please now retire the colors.
Right. Face. Forward. March. Left. 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 Right. Left. Left.
At this time, I would like to introduce Deputy Consul General Kamil Henne.
Dobry wieczór Państwu. Let me start in English. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to first said some words in English to all of you, and after that I would like to read the letter prepared special for this occasion by Senate Marshal Mr. Karczewski. But let me start with my words. Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, Poles and Americans, representing Consulate General of the Republic of Poland in New York, I find it a great pleasure to participate in this year's edition of Polish American Heritage Celebration, hosted by Office of the Brooklyn Borough President, the Honorable Eric Adams, and with the substantial support from Polish diaspora organizations of Brooklyn. Today's event is a marvelous opportunity to give our salutation to the annual Polish Heritage Month in New York City. Thank you all for making this happen. The Consulate General of Poland in New York gladly knows that our Polish presence in Borough of Brooklyn has been significantly marked since the first settlements of the eastern banks of East River in the later decades of 19th century. We cherish our thought at the numerous Polish Catholic parishes, constantly inspiring the faithful to join for the Holy Masses. We are glad to note 7 Polish supplementary schools, all the way from the Greenpoint in Williamsburg to Borough Park, attended every Saturday several hundreds of children eager to acquire the knowledge of Polish language and history. Also, we proud ourselves with a bilingual program that gives school kids of all ethnic backgrounds an opportunity to study the tongue-twisting but beautiful Polish language, for example at PS 34 in Greenpoint. Polonia has always proudly manifested their roots and their heritage, and we find it something to be appreciative of, as we, the Polish people, are quite aware of the value of Brooklyn's motto, Unity makes strength. From the very beginnings, our Polish compatriots keenly and valiantly contributed to building this great American nation. In 1770s, both Kazimierz Puławski and Tadeusz Kościuszko come to these shores to lead the American armies to independence and are still remembered as the national heroes. Later, New York was a place of activity for Maestro Ignacy Paderewski and the Nobel Prize winners Maria Skłodowska-Curie and Henryk Sienkiewicz. For centuries, Poland has been a loyal ally to the United States, a true friend indeed. This year marks a significant anniversary to the history of our nations, a centennial of establishing the Polish and American diplomatic relations following the conclusion of World War I in 1918 and regaining of the independence by Poland after 123 years of partition between Russia, Austria and Germany. Today, 100 years later, in Brooklyn, we are celebrating the annual Polish Heritage Month in New York City. To our Polish Brooklynists, I want to thank you shaping and enriching the Big Apple most populous borough. And to all of the participants of today's celebration, I wish you a pleasant evening. I am convinced you are going to experience a wonderful eve of Polish-American evergreen friendship. Thank you. And now let me switch to my mother tongue, Polish. Uczestnicy obchodów Dnia Dziedzictwa Polsko-Amerykańskiego w okręgu Brooklyn. Szanowni Państwo, z okazji Dnia Dziedzictwa Polsko-Amerykańskiego pozdrawiam wszystkich zgromadzonych w Brooklyn Borough Hall. Zobowiązania wynikające z kalendarza wyborczego nie pozwalają mi świętować tego dnia razem z Państwem. Z dużym zadowoleniem przyjmuję wiadomość o organizacji przez władze okręgu Brooklyn wspólnie z amerykańską Polonią uroczystych obchodów Dnia Dziedzictwa Polsko-Amerykańskiego. Dzień ten wpisuje się w ciąg licznych wydarzeń, jakie odbywają się w wielu amerykańskich miastach w październiku, miesiącu polskiego dziedzictwa, szczególnym dla wszystkich Polaków zamieszkujących w Stanach Zjednoczonych. W tych dniach Polonia w Ameryce ma okazję do przeżywania radości i dumy płynących z faktu przynależności do narodu polskiego, a także dokonań Polaków związanych z historią Stanów Zjednoczonych oraz żyjących współcześnie. Tym bardziej my, Polacy, traktujemy jako wyróżnienie fakt, że możemy świętować i uczestniczyć w uroczystościach promujących polskość, historię Polski i wiedzą o naszych bohaterach narodowych w amerykańskich instytucjach państwowych. Składam szczególnie serdeczne podziękowanie gospodarzowi wydarzenia, prezydentowi okręgu Brooklyn, panu Erikowi Adamsowi, za zaproszenie do udziału w tym jakże ważnym dla Polaków i potrzebnym święcie. Słowa podziękowania kieruję również do pozostałych organizatorów uroczystości, a także do organizacji polonijnych zaangażowanych w realizację całego przedsięwzięcia. To dzięki Państwa wytężonej pracy możemy dzisiaj wspólnie, Polacy i Amerykanie, świętować Dzień Dziedzictwa Polsko-Amerykańskiego na Brooklynie. Dziękuję za codzienny wysiłek, jaki wkładacie Państwo w przywracanie i kultywowanie pamięci oraz upowszechnianie wiedzy o roli Polaków w dziejach Stanów Zjednoczonych. Dziękuję za to, że podkreślacie Państwo znaczenie dla obu narodów dobrych relacji i bliskiej współpracy. Polacy w Ameryce to nie tylko wielkie postacie historyczne ważne dla historii naszych narodów, to także ci z naszych rodaków, którzy swoją ciężką pracą wnieśli znaczący wkład w budowę dobrobytu swojego drugiego domu. Ich potomkowie, świadomi swoich korzeni, są obecnie ważną częścią lokalnych społeczności. Cieszą się szacunkiem i uczestniczą w życiu społecznym, kulturalnym i politycznym, a poprzez kultywowanie ojczystych tradycji, języka oraz działalności w organizacjach społecznych wzbogacają kulturę i różnorodność Stanów Zjednoczonych Ameryki Północnej. Z tego względu, korzystając z okazji, dziękuję wszystkim Polakom mieszkającym w Stanach Zjednoczonych za to, że mimo tak znacznego oddalenia od ojczyzny czują się odpowiedzialni za Polskę, stają w obronie jej dobrego imienia, pielęgnują polską tożsamość i utrzymują więzi z ojczyzną, nie szczędząc przy tym trudu, by niezwykle imponujący dorobek poprzednich pokoleń Polaków w Ameryce został zachowany. Jesteście Państwo ambasadorami polskości i Polski poza jej granicami. 10-milionowa społeczność polonijna w Ameryce to ogromny kapitał Polski i Stanów Zjednoczonych. Z okazji dzisiejszych uroczystości życzę wszystkim uczestnikom obchodów Dnia Polsko-Amerykańskiego Dziedzictwa, aby tej uroczystości towarzyszyła podniosła atmosfera, sprzyjająca pogłębionej refleksji nad przeszłością i wspólnym historycznym bogactwem dziejowym naszych narodów. Gospodarzom i organizatorom święta raz jeszcze dziękuję i życzę dalszych sukcesów na polu popularyzacji polskiej historii, kultury i języka w Stanach Zjednoczonych. Niech to świętowanie przysporzy wszystkim jej uczestnikom nowej energii i motywacji do dziś tak ważnej i potrzebnej pracy na rzecz budowania wspólnej przyszłości. Z poważaniem Stanisław Karczewski, Marszałek Senatu Rzeczypospolitej Polskiej. Dziękuję bardzo. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this moment I would like to introduce the President of Brooklyn Borough, President Eric L. Adams.
Thank you so much, and thank you for hosting this important event here today. And I believe that Brooklyn is the Warsaw of America. We have one of the largest Polish populations. Back in 1906, when the first Polish people came to America, and when you look at the numbers, over 200,000 Polish Americans are here in Brooklyn. When I was a police officer, my command was the 9-4 precinct. That was the Greenpoint area. And you were there long before the hipsters came. Before they grew their long beards and their funny cafes, you were there. And you made Brooklyn what it is today. I like to say that the Polish people were in Greenpoint long before Starbucks. Long before Starbucks, and I recognize that. Hardworking, dedicated, during our most turbulent times in this borough. This was not always a fancy place. You would go from car to car, and you would see no radio signs. And people were afraid to be in this place we call Brooklyn. But you did not give up. You knew that there was something that was proud and strong about this borough because it was reflective of the Polish people. 2 years ago, I had the opportunity to visit the beautiful city of Krakow. And I saw how warm and inviting the people were. And as I drove through Poland, I saw the rich history. And I understood why you did so well in Brooklyn and will continue to be part of this experience. We have so much to do. But what makes us great is our diversity. That is the secret weapon of America. This is the only country where you are told not to abandon your culture, but to bring it with the country. We say protect the hyphen, that dash that sits between our cultures. African-American, German-American, Polish-American, Jewish, Portuguese, Chinese. When we allow that hyphen to remain, we bring together the marriage of two different groups, and we bring what they have to offer to continue to allow this country to thrive and grow and to be the leader. And when you walk through the doors and celebrate Polish Heritage Month, you join the countless number of people who sit in this same courtroom month after month, week after week, and acknowledge the existence of their culture and their impact in this country. A search through our history is a reflection of the contribution of all the groups and what they have to offer. I'm proud to be a borough president in a borough where 47% of Brooklynites speak a language other than English at home. And one of those languages is your language. Let's continue to make this a great place to raise healthy children and families. And let's continue to embrace the Polish tradition the Polish community and the Polish contribution. God bless you, God bless this country, and God bless Brooklyn. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to ask the honorees to please come up to take a picture with President Artur Lewandowski, Piotr Pachacz, and Polish American Congress Downstate Division.
Dobry wieczór, good evening. I wasn't really aware that we have to speak, but thank you so much for the opportunity. I would like to say thank you mainly to Borough President. Thank you so much for this great award. We try to work together at the community board, with a bunch of us here, try to support Brooklyn. But especially I would like to thank you. I would like to thank Polonia for being and working for Brooklyn and being a part of this great community. I mean, it's not that many of us tonight. I guess it's a hard time to get here. Maybe the traffic. But you know what? We're still making a great part of this Brooklyn. Brooklyn, like the president said, is a specific place, a place of multicultural, many people from different countries, speaking different languages. But we as a Polish people, I think we made it greater and better. We improved it. You know what? Greenpoint, nobody can even touch it anymore. It's thanks to us. That's why it's so expensive. But Mr. President, thank you so much for the award. I really appreciate it. I promise you I'm going to try to work harder for Brooklyn. I invite everybody to help us to make Brooklyn a better place. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, Piotr Pachacz.
Good evening. Honorable President Adams, thank you very much for this recognition. Here I'm representing organization of Pułaski Association of Business and Professional Men, and which is the main organizer of this event. Not only important so much for Polonia, not only living but also working in Greenpoint. I started the business in Greenpoint, Brooklyn over 30 years ago. I see how our neighborhood changed, people migrating, business are relocated, people moving out. But Greenpoint is still, and I hope will be, for many years in the future, center of Polonia in tri-state area. Therefore, this event reminds everyone how close are the ties between Brooklyn as the largest borough and Polonia living and working in that borough. We would like to celebrate that Polish Heritage Day every year, here in the center of Brooklyn. By reinstating that event, Polonia would like to show their strong presence. I would like to thank all the sponsors who help us financially and mentally to organize this event. I'm talking about Pułaski Association of Business and Professional Men, Polish Slavic Federal Credit Union, Polish Slavic Center, all the vendors and businesses which financially supported us. However, this distinguished recognition is not only for myself, but also all the people who helped me all those years, especially my wife Christina, my brother and partner Paul, and all the rest of the family. Thank you for your patience, understanding, and standing behind me for all the life difficult situation. Thank you everyone for coming. I hope this will be repeat next year, and have a great evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now I'd like to invite Pani Bożena Kamiński, the Vice President.
Ladies and gentlemen, I accept this recognition on behalf of the Polish American Congress, and it's very special to us because this year Polish American Congress is celebrating its 75th anniversary. We all realize how important that organization was when it started its existence. Now the times has changed, like the council pointed out on our cooperation with Americans, and the Polish people maybe don't need that as much political influence here in America. But unfortunately, they do. They do. They still sometimes need that push from the organization who has a mission to speak on behalf of the entire ethnic group. And Polish American Congress is that organization. We need your help, we need your support, we need your cooperation. And I'm speaking on behalf of Mr. Frank Milewski. He was supposed to be here and receive this award because the years of recognition is not for me, it's for that man. For over so many years, he has been working hard and he fought anti-bigotry of Polish people. He fought for the right, for the truth about the Holocaust. He fought about those very delicate and very important issues which we are facing living in the United States. So I accept this on behalf of the President, Honorary President right now, Mr. Frank Stula, and all the Polonia. Thank you very much. And one more thing I want to mention. There's so many people asking me about Greenpoint, and this is like a new thing now. Well, do you think that Greenpoint is going to be still Polish? How long is going to be Polish? And I always tell them, as long as there is a credit union in Greenpoint, there is a Polish Slavic Center, Polish parish, Polish school, we always going to have a Polish Greenpoint. Thank you.
Thank you. And now for closing remarks, I would like to introduce the head of the Polish Heritage Celebration Committee, Mr. Andrew Kamiński.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming here tonight to celebrate the Polish heritage. Dziękuję wszystkim za obecność, żebyśmy mogli celebrować nasze dziedzictwo kultury polskiej. Thank you, Your Excellency, Bishop Witold Różewski. Thank you, Deputy Consul General of Poland, Kamil Henesz. Special thanks to our host, Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams. Is Mr. Adams here yet? No, he's gone. Well, there's a lot that we can be thankful for his hospitality, for his reactivating the Polish Heritage Celebration, which was inactive for a number of years now. We wish to thank our Pulaski Fire Department Color Guard. We wish to thank our sponsors, Polish and Slavic Federal Credit Union, Pulaski Business and Professional Men, Polish Slavic Center, and Serena Bakery. Polish and Slavic Center and Serena Bakery have furnished the food which is awaiting for you downstairs, and you'll be able to do that in a few minutes. But we also want to thank Polish Heritage Celebration Committee members that worked with me, Mr. Artur Dybanowski, Filip Poznecki, Chris Karbowski, Piotr and Paweł Pachacz. Please give them a hand for their work. And also special thanks to Eileen Newman, who has been very, very helpful in setting up, in allowing us to bring food, allowing us to create a program. She was just the kindest and the warmest person you can imagine. Now we have the Polish American Folk Dance Company that is waiting, or will go downstairs with us and will perform. Afterwards, we'll have delicious food from Polish and Slavic Center and pastry from Serena Bakery. Thank you very much for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, we come to an end of the formal part of this evening. Thank you again for coming, and please join us downstairs to continue the festivities.